Hello and welcome. I want to talk to you today as part of our series of tutorial videos for new players about the best ways to level in the game. A lot of people want to level their classes really quickly and they don't know how, and they panic a little bit when they see just how much experience is needed to get all the way to 80. So I thought that maybe we would go into a little bit of the information about the best ways to level in FF14. One of the best things to start off with are fates. Fates give you a nice chunk of XP when you complete them. They're not that difficult to do normally, and especially if you have a party of people that want to help you, you can clear out fates really quickly. And fate trains or fate parties are a thing that people use a lot to be able to get your levels, or especially if people are doing hunts already in the area and need to beat fates to spawn an S rank, you can jump on that and get a good amount of XP from that. But fates are not the only way, and fates absolutely can get boring to level with if that's the only way that you're leveling. So some other good ways to do that are your MSQ. If you're playing for the first time and you want to level quickly, I definitely recommend that you put some time into that MSQ because you get a lot of XP just from doing the main story quest, and it absolutely will get you really close, not all the way there, but really close to where you need to be for the expansions as you get through them. There's a lot of XP from main story, and especially after you beat A Realm Reborn, there's a lot of quests afterwards that now give XP that didn't used to, that will definitely have you ready for Heavensward. But other than that, there are other ways. If we go over to Quarry Mill, for instance, you could do Palace of the Dead. And Palace of the Dead is a great way to level. It is a random dungeon that lets you get XP in there. You start at level 1 and you slowly draw the XP back out again. That is a great way to level. Another easy way to level is just running dungeons. If you run the basic dungeons over and over again, you're going to get a good chunk of XP for completing those. Now, that may seem boring, but that's where roulettes come in. And once you unlock daily roulette leveling, this is going to be your go-to for easy levels every day. I have all of my combat classes except for Blue Mage at cap. I'm working on Blue Mage right now. And I got all of them there before Stormblood and then before Shadowbringers, just really by using leveling roulette every day. I would run leveling roulette, I would run 50, 60, 70 roulette, I would run trials roulette, and then I would do frontline roulette. And then after that, I would do the next thing that we're going to talk about in just a second. But you don't have to do all those if you don't want to. Absolutely, especially if you're not a YouTuber that needs to make videos on each of these classes. You don't have to rush it, right? Take your time, do some MSQ, do some fates, do your leveling roulette every day. And if you feel like doing the other roulettes, go ahead and do those too. Frontline is a lot of fun in my opinion. I like the PvP a lot in this game. You get a lot of other good rewards. Sorry about that. Still recovering from COVID. You get a lot of other good rewards just by doing it, which I think is definitely worth it. Plus, you get a really, really good chunk of XP. Another way that I think is really simple to level with is your hunts. Now, your basic hunting log you should be doing with your classes. I have not done all of them for every class, which I should have done because this XP is wasted now. But you also have your Grand Company hunts, which we're going to have a whole nother video on Grand Companies and everything you can do with them. But you have your Grand Company hunts, and then you have some special hunts, which are these. Let's not do the Shadowbringers ones. Let's just show some regular ones. The standard hunts that you can do. You get these from your Grand Company on a hunt board, and these are your Realm Reborn ones. You hunt down these specific monsters, and when you do, you get some allied seals, you get some gil, and you get a pretty decent chunk of XP, honestly. Like, it's not anything to shake a stick at. And as you get into the elite ones, you get a lot more. The Heavensward ones give even more. You can see some XP right there. This is Stormblood. But again, 115k XP is not bad at all. And when you get into the Shadowbringers ones, you're getting 492,000 XP per these, which is really, really good. I used those every day to get marks, to be able to get my cool Wyvern mount, and also to be able to get the XP, to be able to level up all my jobs to 80. The last thing I want to talk to you about is one that I think a lot of people go, I don't need to worry about that one. That one's not important, right? We're going to teleport over there now. But it is beast tribes. So you can do a certain number of beast tribes every day. It depends on where you are in their quests, if you unlock the bonus ones or not. But you can do 12 beast tribe quests every day, I believe it is. And these beast tribe quests will give you quite a bit of XP. And as you raise your reputation with them, you will eventually get even more bonuses for doing these quests. And what this achieves to is that I'm leveling crafters right now, and I'm doing crafting quests every day because it's a huge chunk of XP. And 12 allowances. So it may not look like a lot, right? Just under 10k XP. But you can do just under 10k XP 3 times, which is 30k XP. Or you can come over here, depending on, again, how far you were in the quest. This is 10k. You can do that 3 times and get 30k. And it adds up, you know? When you're doing everything else every day, it absolutely adds up. If we look at how much XP it takes, Blue Mage is the only one that I don't have cap. We look at how much XP it takes. It is 4,470,000. And these Beast Tribe quests would be a decent chunk of that every day. Now, of course, as you go into the later Beast Tribes, they give more and more XP. And so from there, you can just continue to do better and better as you would. But this is definitely a good way to level that I think people forget about really quickly. So just to give a quick recap, if you have made it to the end of this video and you're not sure still how to level, you have fate grinds, you have quests, you have dungeon runs, you have roulettes, you have hunts, you have hunt marks, like so, and you have beast tribes. And I mentioned Palace of the Dead earlier, so I want to go back to Palace of the Dead real quick. We're going to teleport over there. It's a very busy place. We're not going to go get in the middle of all of it. There's a bunch of people there, but because there always is, but it is a great way to level as well if you have a little bit of time to kill. If you can get to floors 51 to 60, that's where people grind it out. That's where people just run it all day. And honestly, you get a huge chunk of XP from that. There's a lot of ways to level that, see, that's where everybody's gathered around over there. There's a lot of ways to level that I think people don't pay attention to. And my recommendation is, if you are trying to level in this game and you got a lot of things you're trying to level and you're not sure what the best way to level is, focus on MSQ first. Then after that, do your beast tribes, or do your leveling roulette, sorry. Then do your beast tribes. Then after that, maybe do some hunts and some fates. And honestly, with fates, I just recommend doing them whenever you pass by them. If you're in an area and you're going along and you see a fate that is going, like maybe up there, that's a bad fate. Don't do that fate. But if you see a fate going and you're going by that way anyway, go ahead and do the fate. Why not? I've seen some people that want to grind it out on regular mobs, and honestly, that's not worth it to me. We'll switch over here to Blue Mage and you can see. But to me, gotta let the, there we go. To me, the amount of XP we get from this is inconsequential. It's just not worth it. We could get there eventually, but it's just not worth it. And even if you're killing stuff at level, it's still not that big of a difference. So to me, it's better to just go ahead and do MSQ, and then do your leveling roulettes, and then do your beast tribes, and then do your hunts, and then do fates if you're passing by. But if you're just about to hit another level, fates are a great way to do it. And don't forget your class quests as well. Those give a decent chunk of XP. Any blue quests that you see that unlock new dungeons or unlock new features, anything like that's normally a great idea. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. If there's another quick way to level that I've forgotten. If you're leveling real quick, crafters or gatherers, another good thing to think about is the diadem, the Ishgardian Restoration. You can get a lot. We'll go ahead and go there. We'll show that. You can get a lot of XP from Ishgard Restoration as a crafter or a gatherer, but it's not going to do anything for you as a battle class. Eureka is okay for leveling. I wouldn't recommend it compared to just, say, Palace of the Dead, but you can use Eureka. Another option is also Heaven on High, which is the higher level version of Palace of the Dead. But to me, the main goals that you're going to have as a combat class are to do your quests, to do your hunts, to do your beast tribes, and then you should be able to level up relatively quickly. It doesn't actually take that long. The other thing that I would say is always remember to have food on you and to eat that food, because the food buff of extra 3% XP is nothing to sneeze at. That is a good amount of XP that you will get just from having eaten. And I haven't been back here for the quest yet, but if you come here, there's a lot of, because we finished Discard Restoration. So yeah, I forgot that I hadn't seen this yet. But if you come here, you can go into the diadem, you can level up your crafters, level up your gatherers, and hopefully this has helped. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Final Fantasy XIV has to offer.